Hey guys, it's Ian. I just want to apologize for all the wait, the long delay in putting up these videos. I do apologize for all of these videos being up so dang late. Some videos actually I've been late to watch because I've been out of town and all that stuff. 23 should be up before all the others, just because since that's the most recent video, so you don't have to wait for that one at least. This video, whichever video this is, will be out after 23, obviously. So yeah, again, apologies for all that. But now the show's over, I'll have time to edit them and put them out as hopefully as quickly as possible. We'll go ahead and get this video started. Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back with Supergirl. So last week on Supergirl, the other two world killers died. However, it seems Rain got their powers, or at least their strength as in power. But does that mean she also got their abilities? I really hope not. Does this mean, like I said this last week, does this mean that that she becomes Blight? Is that the Blight that they know of in the future? That they thought that she evolved, but really, like, she still does technically, but it's really more the powers are passed on along with other powers onto another person. So now she has even more power than the other pestilence. Because now she has all of them. So I'm wondering if that's who Blight turns out to be. That's an interesting twist if that's the case. But here's the thing: I don't think that it accounted for the Legion to come back to the past, because that hadn't happened yet. That wasn't in the history books or anything, or that wasn't anything that they had done before. So at least that's what. At least I'm pretty sure that they haven't that cycle hasn't happened yet. I'm pretty sure this is like the first actual time that they've come back to in this universe to the past to change something. So unless they had just changed who turns into Blight, then I don't know. I'm not really sure how that continuity is going to work with them. Well, maybe we'll probably find out this episode, or the coming, until before the season finale. Another thing that happened was first Alex got her suit, and it was really it was sick. I love the suit. I love the gun. I love that the suit can recall the gun. It was awesome. Wayne outdid himself. Ruby's in danger. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. They have to save Ruby. I hope they have to save Ruby. They can't kill Ruby. They can't kill her kid in the show, right? They're not gonna do that. They don't, like, they haven't shown them killing kids. They just, like, they've hinted at a point where this happened with Julia. They hinted at her having killed a kid. They didn't show it. They did, but they showed the they're saying all her kills were coming back for her. And they showed this kid, so I mean, I'm going to, it's to assume that that's what had happened. So yeah, I'm worried. I am worried about Ruby. I'm worried that they're gonna actually kill her. So hopefully not. Hopefully the team will save her, and then they'll bring back Sam. And I don't know. I probably won't bring back Sam this episode, but you know what I mean. Like, by the end of the season, hopefully they'll get Sam back. We found out Lena can make kryptonite. That's not altogether comforting. I'm not entirely sure why she needs it, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, she's not Lex. She's not in a bad Luthor, so I'm just curious as to what she needs it for. Maybe she might be just using it in preparation, just in case like a bad Kryptonian comes, because it happens. Zod's bad. He's really bad Kryptonian. And there are others. I can't remember their name. They're Maxima? No. Ah, crap! I can't remember. There's two others. There are two that I remember of, but I don't remember their name. Also, what I found was a little weird in this show. In season 2, Clark was upset with Jean for having a storage of kryptonite. Now the thing is, Superman in the comics and in other shows, Clark's given Batman, he's given Bruce a small supply of kryptonite to use on him in case he were to ever turn, or something were to control him. And, like, obviously it wouldn't kill him. He wouldn't kill him with it. He would do it to, incapacitate him. But you know, he's given someone he trusts the means to stop him if necessary. Granted, I guess, you know, he doesn't trust Jean, you know, to the extent of being able to trust him with the kryptonite. But I mean, he has to know that he wouldn't use it on him, you know, just because. He should know that it's used in dangerous times. Because I mean, in season 1 there was an army of evil Kryptonians. They're not evil, I guess, but you know, they weren't on our side. They weren't. They didn't have the best intent for you know, human people. But yeah, so I mean, they had reason to have it. So, but back to this episode, or at least last episode. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that's why she has the kryptonite, just in case of that. I mean, I would assume she's an intelligent woman. Real quick, I know Lena isn't super intelligent, and I'm cool with that. I love that, actually. What bothered me was that she knew how to control the Legion ship. Like, I get you're smart, but this is completely foreign technology, 31st century technology. You've never seen its makeup before. How in the world do you know how this works? Is it just so similar to other spacecraft? I don't know. Like I said, I know she's intelligent, but she has a limit to her intelligence. You know, she's not like Brainy. He's a robotic AI intelligence that, you know, this technology was this intelligence was, you know, in a sense programmed into him. He has he definitely has a limit as well, but his, you know, it's, I don't know, there's just something not right about it. It just seemed like they're building her up too much in that regard. I don't know. It just felt weird. Like, she shouldn't really know how to use that. I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy her being an intelligent person. It's just that I feel like they're pushing it too much. Like, she created kryptonite. That's great. You know, use that as one of the focal points for how intelligent she is. But to the point where she knows how to operate 31st century design space/time traveling ship. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean, it is what it is. It was a small thing. It did kind of just like nag on me a little bit. But however, as intelligent as she is, does she really not know Kara is Supergirl? I mean, she's surrounded by literally everybody she knows that she has in contact with. She's seen her. I mean, she knows Alex is her sister. She knows Mon-El was her ex. James knows Supergirl. Granted, he knows Superman too, so I mean, that's not too much of a giveaway, exactly. But I mean, the coincidences are piling up. Now, maybe she actually does know, and she's just, you know, letting Kara tell her on her own time. But I don't know, it's very heavily shown that she doesn't have any idea that Kara is Supergirl. Maybe we'll find out soon. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if we're dealing with Rain and if we can save Ruby. Oh. Okay. Okay, hello. Hi. Ruin, come on. We're having a moment.
Where is the child? Where is Ruby?
That's not gonna, okay. James, where are you keeping that, buddy?
You'll never find her.
Did Mon-El tell you about my dirt collection?
No, I ran a diagnostic of your personality and calculated with a 98.7% certainty that you either collected dirt or New York Mets baseball cards.
Is she? Rain won't find her. Ruby's safe, I promise.
And are you okay?
Fine.
Ooh.
So Rain is after Ruby and she started
Attention.
Where else might she look? Please, let me just get to her, just in case. Where Ruby is, Rain will never find her.
It's not on any maps. You can't see it from space. Nobody knows about it except for me and my brother.
And how does Lex know about it?
Because it's his mansion.
You just gave it up then. What the heck? Were you going to tell her? Okay.
She won't tell me and Lena won't tell me. Do you know?
No, I don't.
I haven't heard from her in days, and on the news there's stories about the pestilence outbreak. Is that what this is?
No, that's fine. It's gone.
No.
I'm 12 years old, Alex. I can handle anything. Just tell me what it is.
I would.
Kid.
If I knew. But I don't.
Oh no, she does have her powers.
Pestilence.
How?
Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Is that Jean?
Did you miss me? So much.
I'll win. Oh. Jesus. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know you're in there. I know my daughter's in there.
Step back. She's going to kill you.
I need her to understand. You are not this monster. I need you to rise up. Not for me. Not for me, Sam. This is for Ruby. For your daughter. What did you do for your daughter? I love you, Sam. We forgive you.
Hey, why don't we go watch a movie? Miss Queller told me that they have Young Frankenstein, which just so happens to be one of my all-time favorite movies.
Stop lying to me.
But it is my favorite movie.
I'm not lying. I'll be right back.
God dang it, yeah. Why would you leave your phone there, Alex?
I can't persuade you of anything you don't already believe in.
White's kept you alive. Why?
Because I knew that the sacred scrolls were important to them.
You abandoned your own beliefs and appealed to theirs. To their code.
And Rain has been pretty clear about her code of justice.
So, what is that?
Father, you might just have saved us today.
I have?
You have.
Lena.
Supergirl, I have something for you. But don't be alarmed, it's in a lead line case.
Is that kryptonite?
To help you fight Rain.
You are going to turn over the formula to Alex. You are going to take any Kryptonian elements from your lab and bring them to the DEO, and you are never going to make kryptonite ever again. You think I should be grateful that you learned how to make the one substance on this planet that can kill me?
Thousands of things can kill me, Supergirl. Everyone else on this planet. Fire, but we don't go around banning bonfires or candles. Cars kill people every day, and yet we still have the courage to get in them every morning and drive ourselves to work. There is one element on the planet that kills Kryptonian, and you can't tolerate its existence.
No,
You really do have a god complex.
Oh.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Sam and Ruby.
Why are you...
Can't get to the phone, so leave us
I
a
understand
message.
her being worried, but she is so
pick up.
reckless.
I need...
Yes, she's young. But god dang it. You put yourself in danger so freaking often. You literally went to go get killed so that your mom would save you because you thought, even though you were right, the chip powers. I haven't seen him actually do that, I don't think. Oh.
All right, come on.
You know, Lex, you think you would have, you know, suited this up with like kryptonite weapons, but I guess that could have been dismantled.
You should know that we were able to catch Rain thanks to your advice about the White Martians.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about.
So all you need to know is that you helped.
us.
Jean, did you know if you grind the coffee beans with the cocoa beans, you get the most delectable mixture?
I did not know that, no. I'd like to try it. Thank you.
I am only working with Supergirl to save Sam because I have no other choice.
What do you mean?
Well, it's that old adage. Never meet your idols. You know, lonely lead to disappointment.
Oh, yes.
Supergirl's not all truth and justice like she pretends to be. You know, she had James break into L Corp and search my private vault.
I'm
She
sure
knows,
she had a really
doesn't
good
she?
reason.
Supergirl went behind my back and used my personal
Maybe not.
relationships against me. That's like something my mother would do.
Tanya, please stop.
We want to help you. We promise.
In the name of Colville, please bring us back the journal.
Tanya!
What? Okay, so what? What's with the journal? What's going on? Is this maybe a way to stop her? Is that like who is that? Who were they? Or is that just the cult that dude created? I don't know. I mean, I would assume so. So is she gonna try to bring that to Supergirl? Who is that? Is that someone we're supposed to like know? Have we met her before? Am I just forgetting? If I have, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so Lena doesn't know Kara's Supergirl. I thought she was just kind of like heavy hinting at, hey, I don't trust her, you know, Supergirl's not all that great. I know you're Supergirl, but no, that wasn't the case. That was she was literally just spilling her guts about how she was feeling about Supergirl at the moment, which I can't blame her for feeling that way. Considering what she did, I understand Kara's fear. But she did kind of cross the line in a sense. I mean, she could have. Granted, Lena was lying about it, but, you know, she was lying for a good reason. You know, she knew Supergirl wouldn't react well to her knowing that, wouldn't react well to knowing that Lena can create kryptonite. That's what she has in her vault. The thing is, I don't know, because there are instances where I would agree with what Supergirl did, and in the same, I wouldn't. I don't know. I just feel that with how Lena had been, you know, how she's been for the past 2 years, she should give her the benefit of the doubt. And then maybe eventually Lena would tell Kara. So, that means Kara knows Lena. Like, you know, she knows her. She's known her for 2 years now. But then all of a sudden, you know, I mean, granted, this is like the one thing that can kill her. So it feels like a personal attack. It's a threat to her. So she's, you know, understandably scared of it because of the, you know, what pain it actually, like how it actually affects her, like the amount of pain. But Lena also has a point with being, you know, this is the one thing that can hurt you. One thing, you know, that they know of, because there's at the very least one more I know of. But, you know, yet humanity, we're susceptible to, you know, everything else. You know, car crashes, gunshots, you know, falling from a great height, drowning. Well, I think she could drown too. She seems to need oxygen. This version, there are different versions of Kryptonians. Some they can breathe without oxygen, some they can't. In this one, it seems they can't. But yeah, you know, stuff, normal things, you know, fire. You know, like she said before, all these things that affect us, and there's this one thing that affects, you know, Kryptonians. But it's just, I don't know. Lena had a lot of good points in the argument, but I understand her fear, and she, you know, some moments she was also kind of being a little over the top, with her fear, or not. I feel like she was kind of almost sort of coming onto Lena a little too strong with how upset, how offended she was or how hurt she was. I don't know. I do get both subjects. I do lean more on Lena's because she's not using it to hurt Kara or, any of the good Kryptonians. She's made it in occasions like this, to stop Rain. So, I am curious. We're not going to find out now because, they're both dead. But I am curious how, if that would have affected the other two World Killers. Because we never actually saw them come in contact with any kryptonite. So I am curious about, if that's their weakness or they have a completely different weakness. But again, it doesn't really matter since they're both dead now. So, don't really need that answered. But, just small curiosities. Brainiac bugged Wynn's dirt. It's not cool, bro. You don't bug a man's dirt. There's a fine line. You crossed it, Brainy. No, but that was kind of mean. He presented it to him like as a gift, which I'm sure it was. But then, I don't know, just because of the way Brainiac phrased it afterwards, and he thinks he's a 1.4 whatever level intellect, and then he insults him, saying he thinks he's a 1.4 something intellect. And I was like, you called him that? Man, Brainy, you need to learn certain social aspects, man. Oh my gosh. I do love Brainy, though. I'm curious, was he trying to kiss Wynn? I mean, I'm just wondering. I don't know if he was trying to kiss him or he was trying to hug him. He just doesn't know how to hug. He looked like he'd never done it before. Does he not? I guess there's not really an occasion for Brainy to hug Mon-El or Emerald. I guess, he doesn't really operate. He doesn't really act like that. It's not really how he is. So I think that maybe it was just like the hug or embrace, as he would call it, was just to kind of distract from the bug in the dirt. I don't know. It'd be interesting because he wouldn't really have any kind of preference anyway. I mean, he's not, normally a normal person, so he probably doesn't really care either or. I'm just curious if that's what they were trying to implicate. Because, I mean, Brainiac, again, in the comics, or I don't know, the comics, again, I didn't read any, I haven't read a lot of Legion of Superhero comics or Supergirl comics, but like I mentioned a couple episodes or so ago, Brainiac 5 and Kara kind of have a thing. So I don't know. They don't seem like they're going to address that, though, or that they're going to go down that route, because they're not really... Granted, Brainy has grown to care about them enough to, keep an eye on them, make sure they're safe. But it looks like they're kind of leaning more on Mon-El liking, or on a maybe reconciliation of Mon-El and Kara. I don't know, because then they also had the scene where Emerald was like, I want a man who wants. What exactly did she say? I want to read exactly how she said it. She wanted him to choose with a full heart, to be fully, 100% sure that being by Emra's side is what he wants, or by being by Kara's side is what he wants. So she wants him to not have any uncertainty or questioning feelings inside him. So that when she said that, I'm not sure if they're gonna which way they're gonna go with that. I feel like, again, I've said this. I said this before as well. I'm conflicted on the case because, one, I'm really liking, especially Kara and Mon-El's relationship more so now this season. He did have issues last season, but he's grown as a character and as a person. His character has grown. They developed his character better this season because they made it to where he also had more time to actually grow. And in the sense of his character, his he's grown as a person. So I've liked their interactions they've had, Kara and Mon-El. But Emma is, you know, she's a great person. She's sweet. She's kind. She does deserve happiness as well. And I feel like, you know, Mon-El has brought her happiness. You know, when they first brought them in, you know, or first brought Emma in, anyway. It was, I think, the same episode that Mon-El first came in anyway. But when they first brought both of them in, they were very happy and you know, happy to see each other, that they were safe. And he was, you know, the first thing that happened when she woke up from almost dying, you know, he goes quickly to her, and then they kiss and hold each other. So they have grown to love each other. So I don't want that to come to an end either. But another thing that makes me want more so the Mon-El Kara thing to happen is because I want him to stay. Excuse me. I've liked his character. Like I've said many times, I like how his character's grown. And the suit, they can't just make the suit and have it be like a one-off season thing. And we've only seen it for like what, 3 or 4 episodes. I mean, come on. You can't just. I don't know. I don't know which one to happen. Like, I don't know. It would kind of suck to have him leave again, I guess. I don't know. He's had a good the parts that he's been in. You know, the scenes that he's been in, they've worked well. They've worked well with the show, and they've had reason to it. So I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna go with this. They're not making it really lean, like in a purely just like showcase sense. They've just like, you know, they haven't leaned any way in particular. Like at first I thought they were kind of leaning more towards, you know, him staying, but then the interaction at the end was just kind of like, you know, maybe not. You know, whenever he was talking to Kara, and she seemed, you know, content with him leaving and him no longer really being in her life physically. I mean, when I mean physically, I just mean him not being there at all. Like him going back to the 31st century. But I don't know, she was treating him not so much like she had feelings for him really anymore in that sense, in that regard. I'm sure she does, but you know, they're more in the background now, and she's content with letting him go. So yeah, I really don't know how this is, like, where they're gonna go. Maybe they're trying to lean more towards him leaving Emra, but I feel like it's almost pretty balanced. Of like, we don't know which way he's gonna fall. Well, now why didn't Rain become in the future become Blight? I'm curious about that. Maybe she just didn't have the she didn't really care to be that kind of a being, I guess. Because I was worried about it. Like with Rain getting the powers of pestilence, that she would eventually grow to be Blight. But apparently that's not the case. However, she does have the powers, so that was, you know, that's what I was wondering about earlier, is if she'd still just have like the strength, like all of it, like she'd get the powers, but more so as just building to her, like adding to her strength. But it seems that, you know, she did actually get the ability, so now she has all of the world killer abilities. So she's like kind of OP. Kind of, because then there's this kryptonite, I can still hurt her. But I mean, if without the kryptonite, that you know, might not work out. Now, I don't know what it is, but to me, I think, and maybe it was just at the moment. Maybe if I watch it again, it wouldn't be the same way, or it wouldn't be the case. But she, without the mask, in, you know, but still being made up as Rain, I don't know, something seemed weird. It looked kind of off. Not off, but I don't know. It seems strange for some reason without the mask and being made up the way she was. I guess maybe just the mask. It did make her look different, I guess, at least to me. I mean, it made a difference. Like she looked a lot different to me. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just the fact that we know who Sam is. Like, and we know that Sam is Rain. That we weren't just like, or some people are just like, the mask isn't doing anything for her. Why is she wearing it? I mean, it kind of is. Just because we know who it is. It's just more like in our head that's obviously Rain. I don't know. It's different for now. Back to the case of Supergirl and Kara. There's a big difference in that. You know, at least Rain's wearing a mask. Kara just takes her glasses off. That always bugged me about the whole, you know, Kara wearing glasses, and they're like, whoa, completely different person. Granted, they will have a slightly different way about them. They might stand a little differently. Obviously they dress differently, but you know, they hold themselves differently. So it's just like there is that also adding to the disguise, if you will. But I still always had trouble. I mean, everybody has trouble with the whole glasses disguise. I didn't quite like the mom when she first showed up. Granted, I didn't hate her. I wasn't happy with her just because of the fact that she kicked out Sam when she found out she was pregnant. So she just threw her out. And she didn't do anything to help her afterwards. But, I mean, she wasn't necessarily a bad person. Like, I don't know. She was also trying to protect her. But this episode just, you know, added more empathy to her. It's terrible that she was killed, that, you know, and that Sam was the one that did it. Or Rain. Not really Sam. And I don't know if Sam's aware of what's going on necessarily. Like, I know because she never really recalled anything she did when Rain was at the forefront, when Rain had control. So I don't know how Sam's gonna handle that, knowing if they get her back. Like, I'm really hoping they get Sam back and Rain's gone. I just don't know how that's gonna. I'm worried how it's gonna affect her and how badly she's gonna feel broken up, knowing that she's the one that killed her mom. Okay, look, I know Ruby's scared and she misses her mom, and she's 12, so she's young, but God, does she make so many stupid decisions. Like, it's so annoying. Like, at the beginning of the season, she sees her mom, she has suspicions that her mom has powers, so she, because she won't tell her that she has powers because her mom doesn't think she does, she's like, fine, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna freaking find trouble to get hurt so that you can save me. Like, oh my God, that I really did not like her at that moment. Like, I didn't get, I haven't had time to get to know this character, so at that moment, I really just didn't like her character. She was so stupid to me. And I'm sorry, I don't want, again, I understand, the emotion and reasoning behind her actions, but it's just so frustrating. It just seems so, unrealistically stupid that somebody would just, that even a kid would go out to get hurt just so that their parent could, show their powers to come save them. Like, why? But, I have grown to like the character. I have grown to like Ruby a little more, even though we still haven't really seen her that much. But I've gotten okay with the character. But she pulls this stunt, she takes Alex's phone, which Alex just leaves there. Like, why? Why would you just leave your phone there? Ruby's not cooperating really. She's or not necessarily not cooperating, but she's constantly, understandably so, badgering you about how her mom is and what's going on. You're not telling her. She knows that you think, or that she knows that you're, or at least she has a suspicion that you're not telling her the truth. So why would you just leave something there that would give her the ability to, somehow contact her, or at least contact her phone, even though she wouldn't have it? Like, why? Just why would you leave your phone there? Alex, you're a DEO agent. You're smart enough to know. You're intelligent. Why would you just leave your phone there? But again, back to Ruby, she grabs the phone and she sneaks off. And again, I understand, her being young and her worrying about her mother and wanting to hear from her and wanting to see her. But I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just being too harsh, but God, that just annoyed the heck out of me so much. Okay, no, I know Martians live long in the like these the DC Martians. I know they live a long time. But I thought it was cool that Mon-El, whenever Winston was telling him John's gonna miss you, Win tells him to tell him it's okay. Tell him I'll see him in 1,000 years. It's like, really now, that's pretty cool. I think it's cool that Jean's in the future, still seeing Mon-El. I wonder if he'd already. So I mean, does that mean that he'd still interacted with Jean when he was in the future? I wonder why. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily have reason to tell him, hey, by the way, we still hang out in the future, because you're still alive. I thought that was a really cool little detail, just telling us Jean's in the future with Mon-El. The old-fashioned way, though, waiting. I can't handle any more of Myrn. Like them showing Myrn's decaying mind. It's. I mean, it's well written. I'm not saying it's like I can't handle it because it's garbage. It is garbage, but not in the sense that it's bad writing. And God dang it! Just the small moments where they were kind of showing how much his mind is decaying now, or his memories. They keep doing this. You guys are gonna see a heck of a lot more of me crying. If they get to the point where he's like almost completely gone, I'm gonna lose it. I might just have to edit that part out. I'm probably not gonna. I don't know. It just depends how bad. Anyway, guys, that's it for Supergirl. It was a great episode again, guys. This season, I said it many times, but this season has just been such an improvement. It's been so amazing, and I am worried though about next season, just because every season thus far has hit a 4th season rut. Thanks for watching this episode with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you did like this video, go ahead and check our channel and subscribe. I've also left a Twitter in the description, maybe if I remember. But yeah, go ahead and follow us there. Working on getting more out to you guys. Until next week's episode, guys, I'll see you around.